growing up in the country, I guess I was aware of the fact that you can achieve a lot more out of a house and the comfort of living by building smartly.
And this block is an unusual block.
Yes.
So, to say the least, it's a small block. How many square metres is it?
278 square metres.
278 square metres. You're close to the coast.
Yes, within a cave.
See in the background, we can see the ocean.
Yeah.
So, and the block is, how wide is the block?
Oh, I can't remember. It's not that wide, so yeah.
12 metres wide, I think, from north to south.
Yeah.
And also down one side, you've got a drop off of about like 6 to 8 metres down one side.
Yeah, so on the south side, and also there's a bit of a slope at the back as well that we had to retain.
Slope at the back, and we're on a corner of 2 roads actually, or really 3. One going down the round, one coming up, and then one coming. So interesting block. And so, why did you buy the block?
The view.
The view.
The aspect. I was looking at smaller blocks, so I'm not a McMansion person. And even though, yes, there were some challenges, the overall block was pretty flat. So I do remember when the builder first rocked up, he was quite delighted because he knew how hilly it was up here, thinking some of the blocks have got a nice little slope to deal with. So he was pleasantly surprised. But yes, but it was all about the aspect and the view and the price tag.
And orientation, you've got great orientation. I mean, like we're the long side facing directly north. Although interesting, you've got a 2-storey house directly opposite you.
Yes, it is quite close, but it's lots of natural light through the design that you helped with. So
because as a consequence, being a 2-storey house to the north of you, this is a 2-storey on a narrow lot. You've decided to go reverse living, so all the living areas up top, plus the master bedroom, and downstairs you have another 2 bedrooms, another living area, and also another bathroom, a kitchenette or future kitchenette.
Yes.
And a laundry downstairs, as well as a laundry actually in your ensuite as well. So you can
there's the provision. So if we ever separate them and make them literally 2 apartments, which is certainly later in life if I want to rent it out and go travelling, that's brilliant.
And so it's future proof from that point of view, so you can get an income. But as well as that, it's designed so it can be separated as a dual key situation for short-term or long-term rent. And also downstairs is designed for wheelchair access, so someone with a wheelchair could actually utilise downstairs. They're wide doorways, etc., flush threshold for the showers, etc. So
there was a couple of cold mornings. Up till now we haven't had any heating or cooling other than a fan in the bedroom. Might put a jumper on, but really, certainly during the day, I mean, I know it's spring now, but as long as you open up the windows and the blinds, the sun comes in and warms everything up.
Yeah, great.
Being a warm person, I love summer. It was beautiful. Like you just open the windows, and being close to the ocean, obviously just a zephyr of breeze, and it cools down. So it was really only a handful of days that it was hot in that middle of the day. That when you're lacking the through breeze, but as soon as the Fremantle doctor kicks in,
away.
It cools down.
The vertical mass is so important in this building for cooling because it will absorb the extra heat through the day, and then at night that breeze going past that vertical mass will strip the superficial heat out of the surface of the mass, so the mass can't build up too much. You've managed to use pretty much every inch of this block because it's not a big block of land.
What I've done is we made a little tier at the front because again the block at the front there was a slight slope, and we've got a big verge. So what I've done with the verge is WA natives, all prostate, so all low growing, good for coastal, which is great, and colour schemed. And then I've got a little veggie patch, so that's my out the front. Spent some, invested in building up the soil before I planted, and also added a worm farm to deal with compost to build up the quality of the soil. So I've got edibles all producing out the front, and then out the back being small, it's really neat in the fact that we've paved it in a cool grey, put some wicking beds in and small plants and gone vertical with passion fruit vines and so forth. So, yeah.
You've got your water tanks. What capacity of water?
I've got a small 2,000 litre
Yep.
slimline, so it sits really neatly against the house. Again, small block, so it doesn't take up too much of that back space. So it fits really neatly in there, I think.
It does. Well, I also noticed that you are starting a hydroponic system right next to it. Again,
A project that I've given again my partner,
Yeah.
and he's building it for me so that I've got it for summer. And no, we haven't had any massive heating or cooling, but just running it with what we've got, and our energy bill for the year was under $230 for the whole year.
Under $230.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's with a teenager downstairs.
Yeah, he's here half the time. So yeah, so 62 cents a day, I think I worked it out.
Yeah,
We do have a small battery, so that stores. But what I was doing to help the passive solar during winter was we've got underfloor heating in the bathroom.
Yes.
So when the sun's out, about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll turn the floor on, and by 3 o'clock I turn it off.
Yeah.
And that just gives that little bit more warmth in the floor. Bring it through.
So smart move, because what happens is those electrons which you're producing through the PV system, you're then putting them into the mass of the floor, because in your wet area bathroom is on the south side, you can't get sun in there. So therefore, interestingly, that you're using your floor as a battery to store heat. Electrons then get the knock-on effect, getting the molecules to vibrate and storing that in vibrating molecules in the floor of the bathroom. So very good.
When the sun's out, the battery fills up
Yeah.
by about 10 a.m. in the morning, really.
Yeah.
So it's not about, putting it back into the grid. Yes, you get some credit, but it's not a lot. So I tend to try, when possible, run anything high electrics during the day.
Right.
Whatever investment goes in, there's a payback. So it's the old long term, spend more up front to get the quality, and then you have that enjoyment.
The design was designed so you could use timber floors, and that's why you have more vertical mass, because we can't use the floor mass as much, because timber is a cellulose, it isolates the slab. So therefore your walls work harder, so therefore we've got the wall mass in particular to actually store more heat in your home. I don't know if I've ever told you that. So, and it was a conscious choice when we talked to you about putting wooden floors on. You gave me the percentages, what the impact is, and we decided we could live with that. Yeah.
So that was our choice. It is a home, so it is about bringing those together and making it enjoyable for both.
So it doesn't have to be strict.
No.
So
It's choices. We all make choices, and just understanding the impact of those choices and what that means. So
Thanks.
thanks.